this video, we're going to show you how to use the polling feature in Microsoft Teams. The first thing we need to do is create a new meeting. To do that, it's very important that we create it from the calendar. So we are going to click on Calendar on the left side. We're going to choose the time at which we want to create this meeting. I'm going to double click on my time frame. I see what I want to make it from 8:30 to 9 o'clock. I'm going to give this meeting a title. To use the polling feature, you must have at least a minimum of one attendee. So I'm going to go ahead and add an attendee. It's important to leave the channel blank. You cannot add a channel or you'll not be able to use the polling feature. So I'm going to go ahead and click Send. I can see my meeting is now inside my calendar. I'm going to go ahead and double click my meeting to open it, to edit it. Once inside, I see at the top my meeting, polling example, and I have features available like chat, files, details, scheduling assistant, but at the end, I see the plus sign. So I'm going to hit the plus sign to add a tab. Once this loads, I'm going to choose Forms. If Forms is not visible, you can search for it in the search box. Next, I need to add forms by clicking the Add button. And then save. Okay, now we see we have the polling feature at the top of our meeting. And at this point, I can create a new poll. So I'm going to go ahead and click Create New Poll. I can choose a multiple choice poll or a multiple choice quiz. For this example, I'm going to choose multiple choice quiz. I'm going to go ahead and give it a question. And I'm going to use the default answers. I want to share results automatically after voting. If I chose, I could keep it anonymous, or I could allow others to co-author. But I'm going to go ahead and click Save. I can now see my poll sitting there. Now this is in draft form. We can see here in green it's in draft. I haven't launched it yet. I'm going to go ahead and create a second one. I'm going to go ahead and hit Save. Okay, so now I see that I have two polls saved and ready to go, and I'm going to go ahead and join my meeting. Okay, once I'm in my meeting, I can see now that at the top of my screen I have a new button that I'm not used to. This is a polls button. It's the little Microsoft Forms logo. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And now I'll have my polls pane come up, and I can see my two polls that I had already pre-made. Now, if I did not want to use a pre-made poll, if I wanted to do this on the fly as I'm teaching to see if students are grasping what I'm teaching, I can go ahead and on the fly create new in the meeting, and the students won't be able to see this. And I'm gonna use this pre-canned one here. Save. So now I've easily made one on the fly. If I want to use it immediately, I can say, hey students, how are you feeling today? Are you feeling really energized for class? And I can click Launch. And now my poll is live. So this is exactly what the students will see on the screen. I'll see this poll pop up. How energized are you feeling today? Feeling great. Submit. And then you'll be able to watch in real time as your students answer your poll for you. When you're finished, you can click Done. You can launch another poll if you choose. You can come over here and you could close the poll, which ends it. You can export the results, or you could delete the poll. So I'm going to close that poll. Again, if I wanted to, I could pick another one and launch it simply by clicking launch. I could answer that poll. Again, I could close it. And now notice if I did not hit done here, it'll say this poll is closed and no one else can respond. If I want to look at those results, I can go ahead and click Export Results. Now it says go to Files, Downloads to view poll results. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to end my meeting. So I'm done with class. Back in Teams, I can now go over to Files on the left side and Downloads. And now I can see just now is the sky blue. And I can look at my results in Excel. And I can see that at on this date, at this time, this student logged by email address, name, and what they answered. So it does give you pretty granular results. If I wanted to go back to my polls after my meeting was over, I could always go back to my calendar, back to my meeting, click Edit, go to my Polls tab, and those polls are still available, whether closed or in draft form. I can export the results if I didn't export them earlier, or I could reopen the poll to use again. So as we can see, the poll feature is very powerful. It is still a new feature in Teams, and they are expanding the options all the time. So definitely keep an eye on it, because as they keep developing, it keeps getting better. But it's a great option for you to use with your students by using Teams to increase student engagement. If you have any questions or need help, please reach out to me. I will come, I will help you, and we will get you rolling with polls and Teams. Have a great day.